So we are now recording, and this is the undergraduate new student orientation. So if you have any questions, go ahead and keep the microphones on, and you can use the chat box to ask questions too. And go ahead and type them away. I'll answer those live. So this is an orientation overview. We're going to first talk about our mission statement and mission pillars, and our goal setting. Who is my advisor? Student portal login. We're going to have the large portion of our orientation is a tutorial, reviewing your virtual classroom, technology requirements, course schedule and registration, principles of time management, identifying a study space, student resources and support, financial aid, the intelligence partnership, study partners, and then we're going to have an open forum. So that is our orientation overview. If there's anything you'd like to speak about today, please let me know, and I can answer those again live during each of any of these portions. So this is our university mission statement. California College University offers relevant, in-demand, accredited online programs designed to enhance each student's professional career. CIU is committed to equip the next generation of business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs with confidence, qualifications, and competence to succeed in the global business community and economy. And these are our CIU mission pillars. We are personal, accessible, and have entrepreneurial spirit. Our support is a service-oriented culture among students, faculty, and alumni. Our accessible support is attainable, global, affordable, and online. Our entrepreneurial spirit support is independent, evolving, driven, and relevant. Our personal tone is supportive and encouraging. Our accessible tone is practical and straightforward. And our entrepreneurial spirit tone is aspirational and challenging. Let's now talk about goals. So our pillars, I would say, is about. So many of you, of course, made the commitment to start your undergrad, your bachelor's degree or associate's degree on July 2nd. So before we get started with the orientation, have you go ahead and tell us about your goals. And the hint, this will actually help, talk about your goals now, if you haven't already done so, will help you with your first assignment here at CIU. So part of our orientation is learning about ourselves and why we're here. So if you, of course, would like to share about your goals and why you're pursuing your degree, please do so. You can go and speak up, and you can use the chat box. Any of you can start.
My goals are to become an engineer. I'm trying to get my master's in my own business and trying to open up my own business to where I can have my own recording studio to produce my music.
Well, that's a great goal, Glenn. That's fantastic. Great. Well, Glenn wants to start his own business, and many students at CIU do. And the bachelor's degree here will help you get that started. Anybody else like to start their own business? Oh,
yeah, and I'm getting my bachelor's degree in medical.
In medical? Okay, great.
Yeah, I want to. Yes, this is Maria. I want to give back to the service, actually the military, and the other reason I'm into it too is because my father was diagnosed with cancer.
Okay, all right.
One more thing, I also want to give back to the military also because I'm actually active right now in the military and I'm trying to at least give back to my home and help out a lot of people back home where I'm from.
Excellent. Helping. That's fantastic. And I just saw Joshua Bird, who just rejoined us. Thank you for rejoining us, Joshua. I hope everything able to connect. Joshua, we're talking about goals every week here, of course, and chose CIU for a reason and going back to school. So if anybody, and Joshua, if you'd like to share about your goals, and anybody else would like to share about your goals, please go ahead.
Really, I joined this to kind of get a kickstart on my GI Bill and, finally get back into school after being in. Really, I'm trying to get my bachelor's in business information technology security. So I mean, maybe later on I could be a part of some, high-tech corporation preventing, hackers or, what have you.
Okay. No, that's excellent. No, that's a growing. I know it's a position that I hear a lot about when students going to school online, especially in IT. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, Joshua. Thank you to all who's sharing that. And some of you, just think about today too. I'm sure you already are about your goals when you start and complete your degree program here with us. Trust me, it goes by fast. And before you know it, you're ending a commencement. I know a couple of years or even 4 years. For some who typically earn a bachelor's degree, it took me a little over 4 years to get it. It goes by fast, and it's so rewarding. Thank you all for sharing that.
Yeah, and it took me 9 months to get my medical assistant.
Yes, especially, and yes, I know some students have certificates and medical assistants, a popular training and program that many students have, especially those going into healthcare administration, starting out there. It takes time for that too, and for any degree, make commitments.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, the reason I got into it is because my father is retired military. And, there's not a lot when my father was diagnosed with cancer that he got any help. So, yeah, that's the reason that I'm wanting to give back to the military, because that's how I was raised.
Okay, well, that's excellent. That's a very remarkable goal and reason. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let's move forward and we'll talk more about CIU. So who is my advisor? There are 2 advisors, myself and Eduardo Hernandez. I am the advisor for students with the last names beginning A through K, and that is my contact info. I'm in the office from 8 to 5 p.m. Pacific time. David Rodriguez actually follows up directly with students beginning with the last names L through Z. And he's actually here, and his office hours a little bit earlier to help accommodate students, 7:30 to 4:30. I'm here 8 to 5, and David's here 7:30 to 4:30. So there'll be always somebody here all day till 5 o'clock. And so we're student services here at CIU is really committed to providing with a high level of support while you strive to reach your academic goals. That's why we can contact you via phone, Skype, email, text messaging, whatever you prefer. We want to ensure that what's the best way to help you. And so that's why we're always looking for your feedback and any questions or concerns. We're here to help you and bring to our attention so we can discuss them. We work together. So if, let's say, for example, you call David or me and you get a voicemail, you can leave a message, of course, but it also prompts you to ask, talk to somebody else who's available. So please do so. If you call Student Affairs, one of us will be able to help. And if you need a message, we'll get back to you within 24 hours. So what you're seeing now on the screen is the student portal. And this is the student portal. This is what we call the administrative website. This is a snapshot of what it looks like when you log on. Once you've been enrolled, like you're officially notified by email, you are enrolled or conditionally enrolled at CIU, you can access your portal, which was initially created when you applied here with that information. So the stuff that's in your application goes to your student portal once you are officially enrolled as a CIU student. And so you can access the student portal after you enroll. And what happens is some of you have already, who are enrolled, have been called by us, via David, and we go over an onboarding process, following up all the information, and then you receive login credentials emailed to you from me and David for the student portal first. The student portal is where you can log in now before July 2nd. You all the information that's to your account, like how to make payments. That's where you'll see your final grades. That's all the official student information. So if you're always looking for like official information about yourself, your academic record, your financial record, making requests for administrative forms, they're all located in the student portal, and you can access it before you officially start on July 2nd. And what's really important is that you're going to school for the first time, you have login information, credentials, you'll email them, so it's good to save them. Have that handy. If you forgot your password in the student portal, you can always select forgot your password, and it's emailed to you once you complete the security questions that you made when you applied. You can email the help desk, And lastly, contact the advisor. The easiest way to get your login credentials is select forgot your password. So if you know your email, then you should be able to retrieve your password without having to go through somebody directly. So just keep that in mind when you officially get started. So if you've been informed via email or talk to me or David, you then have received the login credentials. And if not, in the process of doing so, and we're glad you're here today, you will soon. That is the student portal. Oh, go ahead. What was your question?
Oh no, I got my notice from you.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I got my notice from you in my email on my orientation for today. A reminder.
Yes, I did send reminders. Great. But the student portal login credentials is sent separately.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to go to a tutorial of the student portal in the Learn Center. Okay, so I prepared in Google Chrome our login screen. So I'm going to click the portal. So this is what the student portal looks like live. You have your campus info, you have your academic section, which includes degree audit, where you can look at all your course information and class schedule. Well, actually, your class schedule is here. The GPA calculator, there's grades, so your final course grades are listed here. Proctored exam information, there's a profile. You can update all of your information, like change your password. Because you do receive a temporary password. Once you're logged in, change it. Remember, it's something secure. You're going to want to ensure you're the only one that can update your password and knows your password. Sensitive information in the student portal, of course, for your academic information, like your finances are listed here in your student portal. Account information. You can make payments online. You can update payment information here and view tax documents with a 1098-T. There's documents here, external links, forms, and then you can go to the Learn Center here too. This is the student portal. So the Learn Center is where we're going to have a large portion of the tutorial. This is where you do go to class. So Learn Center is where you go to class to. So always remember that if you're in the Learn Center, you're in the right area to go your coursework. So grades, finances, student portal. Your classes, your instructor, your students, and your assignments, Learn Center. All your students, but your fellow classmates. So I click Learn Center, and I got one more screen. The screen says Learn Center Access. Please disable pop-up blockers or add the caluniversity.edu domain as a trusted site. Please refer to your web browser's user guide for assistance in disabling pop-up blockers. That's really important. So the Learn Center, this is your first time you're logging in. So your first time accessing this different website, it's going to ask you, you're going to have a trusted SWAT site. It's going to ask you to disable, if you want to disable pop-up blockers, because it's going to be a different window. The answer is yes and yes. Google Chrome, for example, I believe asks you the trusted site. The answer is yes. I'm using Google Chrome right now. It only happens with the first time you log in. Let's say you're working on a computer for a long time. You're logging in on a different computer for some reason, like you're borrowing somebody's, you're in the library. The computer may ask you, do you want to add it as a trusted site? Do you want to disable your pop-up blockers? It's going to open up in a different window. The answer is yes. So if you're clicking Go to Learn Center and you don't see anything, that means that one of these two things happen. So it's important when you're clicking that you do see that the separate window is able to be seen. Once you click Go to Learn Center, then for our demo today, we're going to have the Learn Center pop up in a separate window. So what you're seeing here is the Learn Center live. And this is what the Learn Center looks like. You have here your homepage, University News. You have information listed here to your left, and news information listed here. There's actually a demo of David Rodriguez's that we utilize. This is what the Learn Center looks like. So what I want to review with you today first is your classes. Everybody here is an undergraduate student. Your first class will be ACE 100. everybody okay? I hear some background noise now that I pause for a moment. Are there any questions?
No, I'm following right along.
I'm good.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure. I hear some background noise. I thought somebody was speaking up, so if you're in an area moving things, just be aware. We can all hear you.
No, Len, I don't think y'all want to hear Bella.
Sorry?
I said, I don't think you want to listen to Bella. Bella happens to be my dog.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to, under my courses, you're going to see, you're going to have classes listed here. This is a demo, but I want to look at our demo course, which is under my courses when you start as a CIU. So what you're looking now is a current version of ACE 100 that's currently being reviewed by students at CIU. So everybody here is in this class. Your first class, what ACE 100 stands for, is Accelerate, Connect, and Equip. So a good way to always remember if you're in the right course for the first-time student is that you have these three wheels here saying the same thing. Accelerate, Connect, Equip. And this class is tailor-made for students who are starting online, maybe for the first time. As I scroll down, you see there's important course documents. There's a syllabus. And the syllabus is in bright red because this is the guide to your classroom. This is what you're going to need to know about your assignments and about the class. So it's 9 pages. It's a PDF document. It says all the information listed here. The rubric here. So graded course activities is really important because it tells you how much each assignment is worth. You can see there are assignments every week, and rubrics, which tell you how, it gives you information regarding your grade. And then most importantly, I think, as a first-time online student, is a course schedule. Everybody needs to move their schedule no matter what level program you are. And so week 1, these are the assignments. So we're going to talk first about the biography Monday. And then, of course, there are reading, there's forums, there's discussion forums, there's completing unit assignments, and completing exams. These are, each week you have reading assignments, discussion questions, and mini writing assignments and exams. Every week for 6 weeks. And in each course that you'll have will always be 6 weeks. So before you get started with anything, on Monday, July 2nd, review your syllabus. Review what's due in the class. Review the guide. It's your map, the classroom. You need it. So download it, print it. Ensure you review it before starting everything else. And listed here are additional resources. Ebook help, Grammarly. So some of you when you're onboarded, we'll talk more about Grammarly. What Grammarly is it's a plagiarism detection. It's kind of like the more advanced, like some of you use spell check, right, for Microsoft Word. This is something better than that. You can embed it and use it on Word, and it gives you, and it picks up, of course, not just grammar, but spelling, plagiarism detection, the writing enhancement platform. You get to log in as a CIU student for the first time, and what it will ask you is for university email, which we give to you when you are officially enrolled after you speak to me or David. And there's a user manual here to help students understand how to utilize Grammarly. There's an access code too. So if you ever have any issues in Acme department, which we'll talk more about later, the style guide is an APA essay template. So APA, in the first class, we're going to learn more about APA. But what that stands for, that acronym stands for American Psychological Association. And an APA paper is, is a standard almost everywhere, from my understanding. And in hand, you conduct research, which you're going to do in business. So what you have here in the classroom is a downloaded template for a paper. So when you write a paper, you're going to use this template, and it has a great example, like we call a running head. And then it's like your title page, the title, your name, the university, the course, professor's name, and the date. And then here we have, like, scroll down, you'll see the title of the essay and information on how you would create an APA paper. References. Every research paper, if you reference another book or another article and so forth, you have to reference that. And you're going to learn about that in the first class, in your English classes. Then VeriCite User Guide. This is another plagiarism scanner that we utilize. We'll talk more about that shortly. There's additional resources, course forums. So these are really important. There's course announcements. So the instructor will post course announcements here. There's a forum where you can ask questions. And then there's instructor information. So for example, the instructor listed all of her information. The instructor will always have her username and her password, not username, password, excuse me, her contact information is listed in the instructor information. So if you're ever wondering, well, how do I contact Debbie Wilson, my teacher, my instructor? It'd be listed under instructor information and her policies too. You can always email your instructor, always. Especially if you have a question about the assignment, email your instructor. If you have a question about your grade, email your instructor. They have their phone number and are available during certain hours. And some instructors have a Skype too, which they can communicate. So ensure to review that. So we're now looking at Unit 1 as I scroll down. So this is a Unit 1 introduction. So we're now looking at student bio. So what you're seeing is a student biography statement. Students must complete a biographical assignment and post no later than Monday at 11:55 Pacific time. So a bio is really simple. I always want students not to possibly overthink it. You're just talking about yourself. So a description of key professional experiences, a description of academic experiences, what motivates you. We talked about goals earlier. So also, we have here how this course will assist you in overall pursuit of your degree. Initiating this fun flex is hobbies, community involvement, or volunteer activities, anything you want to discuss. And this is something that you're going to be posting in your course room. So remember, it's going to be shared with everybody in your class. You're going to get credit for doing it. It's actually the first assignment. And to get credit for participating, it has to be done before midnight on Monday. It's the only assignment every term and every course that to get credit for as a participant, you have to do it Monday. So ensure to log in on Monday to get it done. And once you do it, you'll see it pop up in a thread here. So let me show you how. So when you just click student bio, you click add a new discussion, a separate window will pop up and you're going to be able to type in your subject here. So let's say I was doing my bio. It's going to be Eddie Hernandez, bio. Type it in, and I can type it in here, and then I press submit, and it's going to be in the discussion thread down here. Other ways you can post your bio are very simple. We can right-click it. So let's say you have your bio saved on another document. You then press right-click, and you can of course paste your bio there. Press submit. Or if you let's say you download your bio. Let's say you have a Word document, you wrote it before July 2nd, and you saved it on Microsoft Word, for example, and you already have a bio saved. You can press choose files and upload it here. But the easiest way, if you want to, just get it done simply. It's not a long assignment to do, to be honest. Just type it in. You're talking about yourself. Just type it in and press submit. And then by doing that, you're officially attending and officially a student. And you're gotten credit for your first assignment. So congrats, that's your first assignment. As you can see, very, very, very simple. We want to ensure you introduce yourself and able to be active in the course room. So I'm now going to go back. I want to show you a little bit more about the classroom. Okay, so we did the bio. But as you can see, as I scroll down, there's more to do, just like we saw in the syllabus. There's lessons, there's a presentation, there's discussion questions. Okay. This discussion question says, choose a learning resource We found the Resource Center and Explain. I don't want to give too much away. There's also practice exams. So really, if you're going to school for the first time online, it's really good. Maybe if you're a little nervous, do practice exams. There's 30 attempts for the practice allowed. It's important enough. Well, there's also Unit 1. There is a quiz. And see, if you look at the difference between the practice exam and this quiz, there is an amount allowed. 2 attempts, actually. This is where also your writing assignment is. So every week there's a different unit that covers the different things. So communication, Unit 3 is classroom mastery, Unit 4 is personal growth, 5 is writing skills. That's really important because that's going to be critical when you move forward in your English and other classes. And critical thinking. So as you see that, scroll down a little faster, see that those are all the units you do every week. Each unit, all the assignments due each unit are due before midnight every week. So that is ACE 100. Don't want to give too much away, but I hope this helps in understanding how to navigate your coursework. Another note you probably just noticed, or I actually just almost didn't notice, forgot, was that you see the clock there in red. It's asking what time is it. And that's really important because it's about to be actually 3 o'clock here in California. So that's live. So anytime you log in, you will always know what time is it here at CIU.
Right.
So that when you're wherever you're at around the country, you always know when things are due here. So plan accordingly to submit your work, and we'll talk more about that in our presentation. So a couple more things I want to review in the Learn Center. Let's talk about the math lab. So many of you will have math classes in the undergraduate program. We have an online math lab, and it has a math tutor led by Dr. Hess. You can request a review with Dr. Hess, and he'll reply within 24 to 48 hours. So if you need help and you're online and need to go over some math skills, he's available to assist you. It's a good way to get help tutoring, math tutoring. Also, I mentioned about APA format. You're in a business program or an IT, some IT courses have business classes. You have to conduct research and writing and do research papers. So we have a writing center here. And the writing center is really important. We'll show you there's a little bit more in the math lab because of the demand for help in writing. And so there's a YouTube channel that CIU has. There's the APA style guide, APA essay template. A lot of good, great templates and information and checklists, software that we offer to CIU students to help you in conducting research and writing papers, forums. The writing director is currently Dr. Don Kirk Macon. You can ask him questions here and request a review. He's the director, and he'll reply to you acknowledging your request or have somebody, one of his tutors, follow up with you too in 24 to 48 hours. And instructors will have, it's currently not being utilized for an appointment calendar. Dr. Sally Lozada is also one of our lead tutors. She also has a review section here. As you see, some of these students do work with dissertation students mostly, but as an undergraduate, you still have their services available to you. Daniel Chavez is also a tutor and one of our instructors. And Elizabeth Forzon, also another instructor, and writing tutor. Each are available and respond within 24 to 48 hours. That is the online writing center. So take time to review that when need. Don't worry about asking help. That's why the services are here for you. Everybody, even myself, everybody uses the writing center when you're in school conducting research. Also, we have a couple more things to cover inside the Learn Center. I'm going to go to the online library. I'll go a little bit into this, called the LIRN. It stands for Library and Information Resource Network. For the databases. A lot of different databases to review how research done. Like, for example, business database. It's listed here. There's a whole bunch here that are specific to business. A lot of researchers like to look at vendor views. because that kind of shows what a lot of instructors ask is, like, what is the vendor, what kind of where to get your database from. ProQuest is a very popular one, and we have ProQuest here under vendor view and Gale Cynegage too. A lot of different databases here. And there's different views. I mean, you can play with it when you're enrolled. I'll play with it, but review what you prefer. Vendor view is probably the most well-known. In fact, our online library, the Learn, also has trainings listed here. I'm going to click training for a second. They have their own trainings. So the website hosts their own trainings. And the highlighted dates are recent trainings. So, like, for example, there's one technically tomorrow, and then there's some more throughout the summer, June 18th, and so forth. Once you get started, there's one every month. So here's some in July that are already posted. These trainings are webinars that are free, and you can log on and review how to access the online library. All right, that is the Learn. So now let's talk about one more section. Oops, I actually clicked out. Let me go to the home page of this screen. Let's go to technical support. Okay, so let's say, for example, you can't click on something, you can't download something, you can't log in, or you need help with communicating with some department. We have a help center, a support center, and this is located in our website. The website support.caluniversity.edu. The link is also in the Learn Center too. And the way you submit a ticket is very simple. You select Open a New Ticket. It's going to give you this form here. You're going to put all the information that's necessary: email, full name, the topic. So if it's an academic question, press academics, login issues, student portal, student accounts, or support, and then discuss your issue summary here. Be as clear and concise as possible, because you're going to get a ticket. The IT department will look at your ticket immediately, even on the weekend. During the weekend, we do look at tickets and review them within 24 hours. So, or late at office hours too. Within 24 hours, someone will acknowledge your ticket to start reviewing the matter, and so we can discuss it and solve it in a timely fashion. So the sooner we submit a ticket, the better. And that's why the more information, the better too. So you create a ticket here, go to the IT department, and you can contact us depending on the issue, and we can resolve it accordingly. That is a support ticket. Are there any questions? I'm going to go back now to the Learn Center. Are there any questions regarding the Learn Center, the student portal, anything I've covered so far? And says no. Okay. All right, if you do. I hope this was helpful. Since we're recording this, you're going to get a copy of this. It will help you navigate, or you can review it before you get started. So I hope the tutorial was really helpful. It's a big portion of our orientation today. I want everybody to be able to see what we've probably been hearing about logging in and the Learn Center. So, yeah, please do if you have any questions. But I'm going to, for time today, it's about 3:06. I'm going to go back to the presentation. So we're finishing up on time. And let's check in. Spoiler, let's see here. So, first question I want to ask all of you. Does everybody know who their advisor is, or who are the advisors?
My advisor is Becky.
Good. Good answer. And you just brought up something that I need to clarify in my presentation. So Becky, I understand, was your enrollment advisor. Good. So that's a good question. I should differentiate that. So Becky is one of your advisors. She's an enrollment advisor. And so there's kind of a handoff, from enrollment to myself and David Rodriguez. And we're your student services advisors. So once you officially become a student, even now, when you start doing the classes, we'll be your point of contact moving forward. Anything to do with your academics and any other issues, you can always contact David and myself. That's a good answer. So if your last name began with A through K, I'm your advisor, Carla Hernandez. L through Z is David Rodriguez. So that's a good thing. I need to actually clarify that in my question. How do I access my course? There are two ways. What's the first way? It's really simple. Just went over it. It's
You're talking about as soon as you log into your portal, right? Like your home page?
yes, really, yes. That's the student portal. Oh, okay. Yes, that's for the student portal, and then also they'll get login credentials. You get login credentials to the Learn Center too. I'm sorry. Let me just repeat that. I'm sorry. You got disconnected. The Learn Center is the second. You can directly access the Learn Center too. Let's just click that. You can access the course through the student portal or by going directly to the Learn Center website. And lastly, oops, I'll just, spoiler alert, what assignment I'm required to submit on the first day of class? Biography statement. Just like we reviewed, that's be the first day of class.
I'm not going to do that again. I just did that in medical school.
Very good. All right, everybody. So let's move forward. I'm not sure we end promptly. Let's talk about technology requirements. This should be very simple. So technology requirements. Surprise, a computer. So everybody here has got to have a computer. I know some people have tablets. Maybe you're going to borrow one, but I would say this. Having a computer, whether it be a laptop or desktop, ensuring you have one that you know is going to access the internet and is reliable is really important. It's such a stress relief that you have something available to you. So maybe at times you have to borrow one because maybe one's not available temporary, or you have plans to purchase one. Let us know before if you have any concern in having access to a computer or owning one, so that you can begin your classes, because everything is online. Reliable internet connection, just spoke about that. Even if you have a computer, some people don't have you may not have the internet yet, or maybe in between changing the internet or so forth. So, it's really important that you have to have a computer and internet to get started. So if you're doing so now, already doing that, that's great. Let us know if you have any issues in obtaining that technology. You're going to get actually Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Once you create a Microsoft account, which we'll send to you, we're going to give you a university email with the Microsoft account. You'll have these applications. Some of you already have Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Just like right now, PowerPoint. Adobe Acrobat Reader, PDF, very simple. Webcam, microphone, or external headset. So this is important. So right now, many of you already have a microphone because you're speaking right now, which is great. The webcam part, don't worry about that now. It's not in your first class. There will be some classes that will require a proctor. Those have not been announced yet. So look out for that. Think about, if your computer has one or you need to borrow one at some point in the next few months. Don't worry about your first class about having a webcam. If you do informative of having a proctored exam, you'll be given, in a classroom 6 weeks or 5 weeks before you need to do that. And if you ever need technical support, again, contact the help desk at caluniversity.edu. All right, so let's talk about course schedule and registration, all the fun stuff, and some of the technical stuff. So the good thing is we register classes for you. There are 8 terms courses in a year. There are 8 terms, which are courses in a year. Each term has a course that you'll be able to take. So you take at the minimum 8 classes in a year, and every class you take at CIU is 6 weeks long. So you don't have to worry about picking classes and having to register, go online and pick them, and worry about if you're going to have room. It's online, we pick them for you, and you register just like the schedule and the matrix says in our website and our catalog, in that exact order, unless you transfer credit.
So basically, you start in the second semester, which is term 5 to term 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your question? I can hear you speak.
So basically, term 5 to term 8 is the second half of college.
You're right. No, that's great. Yeah, actually, term 5 through 8 is really midway through the year and midway through the academic calendar. So that's the last 4 terms of the year. So there's 8. You're starting right in the middle of an academic calendar. There's no difference. Everybody starts at different times throughout the year. Good question. Good thing to bring up. And just a reminder, all schedule changes must be done during week 1 per university policy. For detailed information, always review the university catalog. That's the go-to document. If you ever find yourself asking, what about my class? What does my class have? What does my program look like? What's the attendance policy, for example? That catalog is always listed here. There's a link here. It's on our website. I understand you provided to it when you enroll. The catalog is something that maybe now you want to start looking into if you haven't done so already before July 2nd. Attendance and participation. So I brought that up earlier. And please, if you're in background noise, if you're doing something, you mute yourself. I can hear a little bit of background noise right now. Thank you. Okay. You have background noise, please mute yourself. I'll go ahead and continue. Thank you. No problem. So attendance and participation. Non-participation in week 1 will result in cancellation. It's pretty standard. So, if you don't show up to class on the first week, you're not here anymore. That's what you told us. And so, I hope that doesn't happen. But it's important that, be aware of that. If you have some kind of challenge that comes up unexpectedly or having difficulty starting and logging in, please let us know immediately so we can help you and talk to your enrollment advisor too. Remember, unit assignments are due for completion Sunday of each week by 11:59 Pacific time. That's the latest that you can submit something without being penalized. Well, I don't say penalized, but losing points. I mean, that's the simple way to look at it, because that's the due date. That's when the assignment's due. So one word of advice is that doesn't mean submit everything at midnight or right before. Submit it when you get it done. That's pretty stressful being laid up at night trying to submit everything. Submit as you complete them throughout the week. Students will be withdrawn after 14 consecutive days of non-attendance. So if you don't show up to class after week 1 for 2 weeks, you're then going to be at risk of being removed from the university. So it's really important that you do attend weekly. If something happens to you or you anticipate things going to change, you don't show up that week for class, let us know so we can help you. There are ways to help you, ways we can work with you as long as we know what's going on. We want you to succeed, and sometimes life happens where you can't log in or you have to change your schedule. We want to ensure what works the best for you and what we can best do to help you. Like trouble logging in, or you lose your computer, something unfortunate happens. We're here to help you. Participation is required, but we're advisors here, and we want to guide you through education. So that's why it's always important to remember every week there's something due. So if you can't meet that deadline, let us know before Sunday, and let your instructor know before Sunday, not Monday after or Tuesday or a week later, that week. That's really important. And that's why I bring up this slide here with a helping hand. If you're having trouble meeting due dates, if you do not understand your course assignments, if you cannot find information in the Learning Center, all this stuff going on, things happen. Personal work or family issues affecting your attendance. We have our life challenges. We get frustrated sometimes. We're here to help you. Contact your instructor. Contact your student service advisor. We can discuss, so maybe we have a tutor help you. We have workshops and time management workshops and resume building coming up. We're going to have another workshop for all new students during your first term here with us. Similar to we go right now, but a good refresher. So attend our workshops, follow up with us, and before you know it, you're going to be earning a degree here at CIU. So let's check in. We're almost done, more than halfway done. It's 3:17. So I want to ensure we end around 3:30. So let's check in. Go ahead and answer these questions live. So what technology do I need? There's a lot of things I mentioned, but what's probably the most important thing you guys need? What was that?
Computer.
Yeah, that's really important. You know, I know and that the internet. You know, sometimes you can access your Learn Center on your phone with a smartphone. You have a tablet, but at the end of the day, you want to have a reliable computer. So that if you are in the process of getting a new one or borrowing one right now, before you get started, just remember that is a requirement. You really need one to be online. When are assignments due? You have to say the exact time. You have to say the date. Sunday at, what was that?
11:59.
59 Pacific time at night. So if that's in the Eastern Standard Time, that's I think 2:59 Eastern Standard Time, 3 in the morning. And none of you are going to be up at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning submitting assignments.
I am.
So
I am because I work for a post and carrier.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I correct myself. Everybody's has a good schedule for me. Some of you will be up late.
No, I'm just up early because I've gotten used to getting up at 3:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up late also due to the fact that I'm in the military and I gotta wake up at 3 a.m.
Good point. No, I'm sorry if I maybe thinking of myself actually, and most students, but everybody's different. You're right. We have military students wake up early. Some of you mostly study at night. That's very common. So just remember, each unit may have discussion posts, quizzes, or assignments. And just remember, that may vary. We saw the syllabus earlier, so you may have different assignments each week. So, and so it's just important to review what the assignments are before you start doing them. So if you find yourself doing everything on Sunday, you may need more than a day. I mean, you really need more than a day to finish everything. So think ahead, work ahead, plan ahead. And that's why, but you always know the due date. And lastly, how long is each course? Each course is 6 weeks. A unit of assignments per week. Are there any questions before we get to the last portion of our orientation?
Yeah, I do. I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
What about medical terminology?
Medical terminology. Okay. Well, what was your question regarding medical terminology?
Well, I know a lot of the medical terminology that I had to take while in medical school for medical assistant. They gave us a book that we could also use to understanding the medical terms.
Okay. So were you looking into class in medical terminology? Is that
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, Maria, are you starting the healthcare administration program?
Yes, that's what I'm taking.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll probably enroll, but I don't know at the moment if there's a class specific for medical terminology in the healthcare program. Is that something you need or want to make sure you have, or something you can?
No, it's just something that I wanted to make sure that I do have the books. But I've kept all my medical books to fall back on.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say this: the healthcare administration program does not have a medical terminology courses. It is tailor-made for healthcare administration. Although I know it references, of course, in healthcare. Is that fine? And we can talk more offline, if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll let your advisor know too that we spoke today. Well, let's continue because we want to end promptly. Thank you for bringing that up though, so we can follow up. I'm going to play a brief video about time management.
Congratulations. You've registered for your first online course and you're not sure what to expect. It's true, online learning is a little bit different than what you may be used to. The study skills you will need to be a successful online learner are not quite the same as traditional face-to-face learning in a traditional classroom. In a traditional class, your instructor will usually remind you when an assignment is due. You will often review the expectations of your assignments. In a classroom, if you have a question, you can raise your hand, ask any question you might have, and get an immediate response. But an online classroom is different in some important ways, and to be successful, you'll need to do things a little differently. Let's take a quick look at 3 things you should do to successfully manage your online course and stay motivated throughout the semester. First, you should carefully read the course syllabus. It's full of great information. Many students, unfortunately, forget to read it and then wonder why they don't understand their assignments, course expectations, important due dates, and grading criteria. At the beginning of each week, you should make it a habit to review the assignments that are due that week and any other activities that need to be completed, and set reminders for yourself. Second, successful students use a calendar to plan and manage their weekly study times. Remembering to study, participating in online discussions, and completing assignments for your online course can be challenging when you're juggling all the distractions of life. So make a plan, get organized, and schedule all the time you will need to complete your online course requirements, and then stick to your plan. And third, don't be a stranger to your online course. Log into your course regularly, even daily if possible. This is another strategy successful online learners use. Logging in frequently is associated with higher grades. Consistent, frequent access to your course allows you to respond to important course announcements, review course expectations, and interact with classmates in discussion boards. If you do this consistently, you'll build valuable connections with other students in the course and opportunities for cooperation and collaboration, and this will enrich your online learning experience. So let's review. If you want to be a successful online learner, you'll carefully read the course syllabus and become familiar with all the course expectations, including critical dates for assignments, quizzes, and tests. You'll schedule regular blocks of time in your calendar to study, read, and complete your assignments. And you'll make it a habit to regularly log into your course to check for announcements, assignments, and discussion board posts. And if you do these 3 things, you'll greatly increase your chances of doing well in your online course and having a positive online learning experience. Good luck. Congratulations. You've registered for your first.
All right. So I hope you would hear that. I wanted to kind of fiddle with the audio a little bit, but it's a great video. Just kind of a reminder about time management, identifying a study space. So one thing that I want to bring up now for online learning is ensure that you find a place free of distraction with a reliable power source that is uncluttered. Create a schedule and find a place that works best for you. Sometimes it's not just about having a computer and having internet access. Sometimes it's about being in an area, where you can concentrate. It sounds simple, but you sometimes understand, that it'll always be simple, depending on, your work and home. So here's a principles of time management review. So this is really important. I want to kind of give a refresher on time management, since some of you may be going to school for the first time. Use time wisely. Make use of daylight hours. Study during lunch at work. Read or listen to book audio on work commute. Carry book or print out information with you. Study at the same time to form habits. Plan ahead. Plan ahead enough time to study. Complete assignments for priority. Study during your prime brain functioning time. Read or work ahead to avoid falling behind. Give yourself breaks. Leave unscheduled time for flexibility. Utilize short periods of free time and plan cell phone breaks. Oh, actually, let me go back to the slide too. All right. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a glitch there. Student resources and support. We have the Writing Center, Pocket Confidant, which we're going to talk about in a few moments. Grammarly, I mentioned, is very helpful. All of you will also be getting a student ID card. So you will be able to have one mailed to you. All you have to do is give us a picture, a professional picture, of course. There's an ID for card request in the student portal, or you can email us and we can send that to you after your first class is over. We talked about the Math Lab, and we have a YouTube CIU channel. Whoops. Oops, sorry about that. We had a little glitch here. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. All right, sorry about that. Let's talk about financial aid just very briefly. This is just a reminder if you're using financial aid for your program. A couple notes here about financial aid. A loan funded by the federal government to help pay for your education. A federal student loan is borrowed money that you must repay with interest. You don't have to begin repaying most federal student loans until after you leave college or drop below half-time enrollment. Your loan servicer or lender must provide you with a loan repayment schedule that states when your first payment is due, the number and frequency of payment, and the amount of each payment. Keep in mind that your loan may have a grace period. Financial aid canceling my loan. You have the right to cancel all or a portion of loan disbursement within 120 days of the date your school will disperse your loan money. If you choose to cancel, the money you receive will have to be returned, but no interest or fees will be charged. So just a couple of reminders here we want to bring about to your attention regarding financial aid. Many of you starting our online degree program, maybe utilizing financial aid for the first time. If you have any questions regarding financial aid, contact the financial aid department directly, and more information regarding financial aid is listed here. So I want to bring that to your attention. Don't want to go into too much detail. One word of advice is if you're utilizing financial aid or you're in the process of doing so, you're thinking about it, contact our financial aid department so we can find out what's best for you and what your options are. And as a current student too. I'm now going to talk about a little bit about one of the things I mentioned earlier called Pocket Confidant. Pocket Confidant AI and CIU have joined forces in a unique partnership to build a future of digital education and support and boost student engagement and achievement. This is a new app, not an app per se, but a new application that you'll be provided to once you officially start. It's AI stands for artificial intelligence. So it's a virtual coaching tool that you will receive. Faculty and staff have access to this too, or have a Pocket Confidant app. What it does is it's a coaching tool. You get to ask questions. And it brings us the opportunity, sorry about that, to slow down, reflect, and become aware of your own thoughts, perceptions, and feelings, to set our objectives and learn with and from our challenges. The technology is now possible to create real-time coaching conversations. So it's a Pocket Confidant coming soon to you. I just want to bring to your attention, one of the things we really want to strive to support our students and help you when we can, reflect about yourself and coach you. And this is a new tool that we offer as an online program. So more information forthcoming. And after today, you can look at our information regarding Pocket Confidant. Study partner. So many of you have probably told a family member, a friend about going to school online, which is great, coworker maybe. And we really look forward to providing quality online education that you value for your family and friends. There's a lot of benefits to having a study partner. And what I mean by that is that somebody that you have told you're going to go to school, or someone that may want to go to school with you. And so many people do join together. There's more than enough time to sign up for term 5, July 2nd. A lot of students tell us that one of the benefits include having to share ideas, accountability. It really builds confidence, additional support, gaining new perspectives, and learning new study skills. So if you're online and you're working independently in some ways, you're not going to a classroom, but having somebody there with you always helps. Whether it be your coworker, a good friend, a family member. A lot of family members join together and graduate together too. A lot of coworkers. We have degrees at the bachelor's, master's, and doctorate level. So some people join together even in different programs, and having somebody there working with you at CIU is always going to benefit you. We're still accepting applications for July 2nd, and so we really want to help everybody pursue their education online and give the tools in their career to meet their goals. So I'm sure there's somebody that you had in mind and somebody that you would like to join with you. You can contact the Office of Student Affairs and talk to their advisor, talk to us. All right, so think about that, as you start. So let's check in. It's about 3:30, so I'm going to go, it's actually past 3:30. So let me go through this very promptly. What are two resources for academic support? Math Lab and Writing Center. Are students issued ID cards? Yes. You'll be issued an ID card after the completion of the course. And now it's open forum. So our presentation has ended. All students will receive the PowerPoint and the recording of this group orientation. So thank you again for joining us today. Are there any questions? I'm sorry, let me go back to the original last slide here. Are there any questions? Actually, I'm sure there are, but now the time that you want to speak up and ask away, I'll gladly answer those. We can get a couple more minutes here. We went a little bit over time, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, we're here for you to ask away.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, if some of you want to speak offline, talk to us outside, that's okay. You can email me, or if you want to talk to an enrollment advisor after today, they'll be following up with you.
Oh, and I was taking medical administration.
Okay. Yes, we do have a healthcare administration program.
I had a question about Grammarly.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So I already have a Grammarly account. Would I be able to link it up with the student portal website, or do I have to sign up for a new Grammarly account using my student info?
Oh, no. If you already have one, that's fine. You can use that one. A lot of students already have it embedded with their Microsoft Word or Office. So you don't need to use ours if you already have your own. In fact, you can, but that's kind of confusing. You can use your own. It's just something we try to students to help them if they don't already have that. Good question, though. If you already have Grammarly, that's good. If you already have Microsoft Office, that's good. But in case you don't, we offer them here.
Even on the syllabus, because even when I had to use them in medical school, they broke our syllabus down into, how can I say this? Every class that we had separate syllabus, but it broke it down to what we had to do, say, in class and what we had to do in lab.
Good question. So there are no labs here, but yes, the syllabus will tell you what you need to do every week. It does break down all the assignments. If you've taken classes before, like some science classes I know have like a class, a lecture, and a lab. Here online, everything is together. There's no lab or anywhere you're going to, but it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do every week. So you don't have to worry about something separate. It's going to be there every week, the assignment.
Okay. But like I said, I dealt with the syllabus before, and like I said, they always broke everything down, even because we had we had 3 classes for at least 5 weeks.
Wow, that's a pretty rigorous program.
Yeah, for medical assistant, and it was 9 months. So I started the first of, I thought I just graduated last November from medical assistant.
Okay. All right, good. Oh, good. So now you go into administration. That's awesome.
And it wasn't an easy course.
What's that? I'm sorry?
And I said it wasn't an easy course.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I've heard about that with medical assisting. So does anybody else have any questions before we conclude for the day? And again, I want to go through these names.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
Oh, you're good? Okay. Well, if something comes up later, you can ask me after today. Thank you again to Joshua, Bird, Maria, Robert, Glenn, and Francis for joining us in orientation. It's been one of the first steps. If you haven't been enrolled yet officially, if you have any questions regarding that, you can contact your enrollment advisor too with an update. I hope to see all of you here July 2nd. I know I will. Just a couple of notes here. Lastly, just somebody who did not speak up, shy, who was attending this year, I want to make sure that you spoke up because I know that happens sometimes. You joined a little late, but if anybody else who did not hear their name, please speak up now before I close for the day.
So I'm here.
You, Robert?
Yes, it's me.
All right, so thought maybe it was somebody different. Well, in that case, everybody, thank you again, Robert. It's a pleasure speaking to you today. It's a pleasure presenting. I'm so excited for you guys to get started here on July 2nd. I know we're about, officially a little less than 3 weeks away. We have more orientations coming up, but it covers the same thing. In case you have any questions, we're all here to help you. I'm going to sign off right now. We're past an hour. And have a great day, everybody. Have a great week, okay?
All right, you too, man.
You too.
All right, take care.